How I became a full-time music producer, soundpreneur, part 2. Check it out.
Mr. DeeKay.
Welcome to Mr. DeeKay TV. This video is brought to you by my sound company,
Sounds Premium.
How I became a full-time music producer / soundpreneur, part 2. In part 1, I have told you about my way, how it developed until I decided to go all in and full-time. For this process, there was an important step before so that I could try out traveling around. And this was to optimize my main business at that time, which was energy consultancy. It was a very local business, and my task was to organize it in a completely different way to make it happen that I can run this business from everywhere, no matter where I am, as long as I have Wi-Fi and a laptop. This was very important, and this step took me a few years. During COVID, I had to reorganize everything. Everybody was in a home office, and this was a big chance to me, because with this I could decide and plan my business completely new and organize it in a way that I can run this business from everywhere. But before I could leave Germany, I had to sell this business. It was running very good. It was a very healthy business. I sold my business and everything I had, except my musical gear, my sound equipment, which I took with me during my travels, the most important gear. How I could succeed with that, you can find a video in this corner right here. I link it up. There you can see which gear I was taking with me to travel with. And in addition to that, I put every studio gear that I want to keep and which I didn't sell in a container, and this container was waiting until I arrived at a place where I could imagine to live. And this place is Mauritius. So these steps were very essential to make it happen what I am doing right now, because this was proof that I can run a business from everywhere. And I was deciding to go online, to build up a brand online, which is Sounds Premium. With this brand, I'm working right now, and I was going in full-time. I was founding this company so that I'm in full-time. Before that, Sounds Premium was just an idea. And since January, I'm in this business full-time. So no doubt about that. And in my last video, somebody wrote a comment that how much I'm earning with that. He mentioned 200 euros. Yes, of course. 200 euros is a good starting point for feeding a family, right? So this is the main point. So don't get me wrong, no hate at this stage. So no hate speech or anything, but just to make clear that your mindset is the limit. And if you are going in with a mindset like this, that you can't earn anything from music, anything from sound, then your mindset is completely going in the wrong direction. And I know where this mindset is coming from. This mindset is programmed in the Western countries, like especially in my home country, in Germany. We are used to go the straight way, going as an employee. So in Germany, we don't have this mindset to build up a new company. There are a few people who are doing this, but compared to other countries, we are stuck in a classical system where you earn your money with a classical job, where you just be employed and you work for someone else. But think about that. This is a question you have to ask yourself. So why are you investing more than 40 years or more to work for someone else, instead of investing your time in your own business and become a self-employed man who is responsible for earning the money on his own? This is a big question. So they are willing to invest 40 years or more for working for someone else, for a company that they don't own, which is not their business, but they are not willing to invest 3 years or more in their own business. So of course, nothing is coming from zero to hero immediately. So it takes time. It has to grow. You can't build up something and your expectation is that you earn so much money with this from day one. That's for sure. But in my case, I tried this business as a side business before. And I was planting the seed. And the seed is growing now. It is growing because I see, okay, there is revenue coming in. It was not that much at the beginning, that's for sure. But as I decided to go in full time and put everything on this single card, I got responsibility. I have a son, I have a family to feed, and it's risky. It's always risky to build up something on your own. But if you don't risk it, you won't find out if it is working. So this is my philosophy. I tried so many things. I founded so many companies, a record label, multi-sensual brand consultancy. And the third business was the energy consultancy, from zero to hero. Not immediately, but over a certain period of time. You have to be aware that this will take time. It's not like this, it's not coming quickly. Of course, there are some businesses where it's quickly, where it's from zero to hero, but this is not the rule, all in all. So, in my studies, as I have studied business management, I learned that a healthy business takes 5 years to build up. And if you have overcome these 5 years, you can say, okay, this business is healthy and this is a long-term business. So I built up my brand in Germany for more than 14 years. And it succeeded, but it took me a lot of time. And in this business, I was always doing a trade. I was trading my time for money. It was not passive income. But now I'm gaining for passive income. Why? Because I need more time for the things I love. I love doing music. I love designing sounds. It's not like a regular job. So I don't feel that I'm working. That's point one. And point two is when I'm doing different things, when I'm going out to go in nature and to hike, if I take a time out for, let's say, 1 month, 3 months, my business is still there and my business is still running because it's passive income. My products that I have created are in my online shop and my online shop is open 24/7. So I don't need a lot of people to run my business. And this is also a key learning that I have learned from my business before. Because in that business I was always relying on other people. I had to. Because I needed engineers, people who come in with a special knowledge, and I always had to have employees. And to have them, it's quite good, but this kept me away from growing. I could grow the business, and the business was growing and growing, yes, but at the end of the day, I was always trading time for money. And this trade ended up in having a lot of time loss, a lack of creativity, and at the end of the day, I couldn't identify with it anymore because I was scared to make holidays. So just to go out for a few days out of the company, I was always scared because then what are doing my employees? So I had to call them, is everything in order? The business was not running when I was not there. That's a fact. And at that stage, I was deciding, okay, I don't want to have a business where I have to rely on other people anymore. I want to have a business where I can rely on just one person. And this one person is me, myself, and I. So I was deciding my next business is something where I can run the full thing on my own. So this is a one-man army. I'm running this company. I'm doing everything on my own. The video production, doing the advertisement, doing the product development, doing the market research, everything on my own. Because now I'm in a niche. Of course, people from outside can't believe that you can survive in a niche. Imagine that. So many people think, okay, no, that's just a niche. But riches are in the niches. So that's a fact. And if you plan and develop your business with passion, if the activities you are doing you can identify with, and if they bring you joy and fulfillment, then keep on doing that. It's not like a regular work then, because you love what you do. And if you love what you do, money will follow, if you have a good concept. And of course, money don't fall from trees. I'm conscious about that. Now I'm 44 years old and I have done so many things, and if people are commenting, okay, how much do you earn? 200 euros. I can tell you, much love to these people. They really deserve love because they don't have trust in anything. So you have to have a good mindset and focus on the positive things. And this is also a thing that I want to mention, how you overcome negativity. Because if you are in a negative mood, you attract negativity. It's like a magnet. So if you don't focus on positive things, you will attract negative things. Focus on positive things and you will attract positive things. This is a very important mindset. Keep that in mind always. Because right now I can see that. So I was in a very bad mood during the last 4 weeks because my numbers went down a little bit. But numbers go down and up all the time. There are ups and downs. It's always like this. I know this from my other businesses I was running. We had good times, we had bad times. But if you are stuck in a negative mindset, in negative thoughts, you attract negative things and your numbers will go down automatically, no matter what you do. You can work as much as you want. And this is a very old mindset. So in my country, people are saying you have to work hard and struggle hard and hustle a lot to gain a lot of money. Because if you don't put in that work, you won't get money out of it. But that's not true. You can build up a business. Of course, you have to hustle for it at first. You have to be brave and go in full time. This is something which needs a very important thing, and this is self-confidence. And you have to grow and build up this self-confidence. And I'm not the person that has to prove anything, because I'm proof enough. I'm living in East Africa right now, Mauritius. It's a place where my life quality increased a lot. And life is getting more and more expensive. It's the same here. But it's a different thing. Life quality here is way more higher than in my home country. I enjoy living here. This is the best choice I have ever did, coming to Africa. Africa, to me, my personal point of view is now it is the time for Africa. And I'm building my business from here. Because from here, I have a good mindset, I have a good surrounding, no toxic people. This is very important, because in Germany I was surrounded by toxic people, all toxic surroundings. They were greedy. So they were looking, oh, my neighbor's driving a bigger car than me. Oh, I have to work more harder. This is what they are doing, and you can't be happy in a surrounding like this. But here, it's the other way around. Nobody cares what I'm doing. Nobody's asking me, hey, what's your job? What are you doing? How much do you earn? Because I don't want to be in that anymore. I don't need hamster wheels anymore. Because I hate hamster wheels and I overcome them. I get out of these things. I get out of the struggle of running all the time for money. Because this is not the sense of my life. There are bigger things to achieve than just money. And I'm wondering why all the people are focusing on the negative. Oh, can he survive by doing that? How is that possible? And they coming up with hate because this is triggering them. It's a big trigger for them because they can't imagine that it's going like this, and they don't want to imagine because if they see that everything is possible, what you want to achieve, then they have to do something. They have to change something. They have to change their whole life. Think about that. And people are lazy. They don't want to change anything. And that's the case. And I don't have to I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I have to prove something to myself. Yes. This I have to do. I'm responsible for my son, that he's living in a healthy surrounding, with a good education system, in a healthy nature, with healthy food, not in a toxic field where crime rates are increasing and things like this. I need a secured place. And I was searching for a secure place, and I have found that place. And you have to find inner peace in yourself. You are taking your problems always with you. This is always the case. You can't leave your problems at home. So if you are leaving a country, going into another country, and if you have still the wrong mindset, you won't gain anything. You won't get out of anything. You are just jumping from one hamster wheel into the next hamster wheel. If you keep your old mindset that was programmed in to our minds, in our school education system and everywhere from day one, they want to keep you as a slave, as a man who is always working for others, paying a lot of taxes, that you can't build up anything. Because imagine that, in Germany we have tax rates that are so high that you can't build up anything with that. You are earning money, but most of the money is going to the government. What are they doing with that? They don't do things that are very necessary. They are doing things I'm not down with. They are paying rockets, tanks and weapons with our tax money. And this is something I'm not down with. So I'm taking my responsibility, and I have taken my responsibility to bring my sound out of the surrounding like that. So in my opinion, Europe is very, very difficult, especially my home country. It is developing in a direction I'm not down with. And I had to do something about that. I had to leave the country. It's something that changed. I changed my field around me, and I changed my mindset. And I'm not ready with that. I'm still on my way. I'm still focusing on the things, and I'm still learning. I don't say that everything is perfect at the moment. I have to optimize things, yes, but this would be the same in my home country. But the difference is we have a different tax system. That's another important part. So I was dealing with flag theory. So everyone who is an entrepreneur should deal with flag theory. Where are you putting up your flags? Where do you work? Where do you live? Where are you going to? So these three things, where are you setting up your flags? This is also a very strategical point of view, how you can plan your things. But you have to get shit done. It's easy like that, you know. And I will prove everyone wrong who's thinking, oh, he won't make it. He won't make it. Yes, I'm making it right now because I'm living in the now. And now it's time to change. I'm changing my future by acting now. I'm not sitting around and doing nothing. I'm working, yes I do. But I also enjoy life. Right now I'm sitting in front of a big tree here. The weather is nice, the people are nice, the surrounding is nice, my mindset is nice. And when anybody tries to get me down, I overcome that by having the right mindset. And this is what I wanted to tell you, because this is part 2 of the story, you know. Changing the mindset. Being confident with what you do. Don't let anybody judge you. Don't let anybody get you down. Don't let anybody tell you that you won't make it. That's the most important message in this video. And this is part 2. So maybe I'm coming up with part 3. So subscribe to my channel. Be part of the family. And let's see what the future will bring us by acting now. So I have a very important thing to mention. I want to build up a community with people who want to change something. And you can just subscribe to my newsletter if you want to be a part of this. Because if there are enough people who want to change something and want to build up a business in the field of sound, for example, then just subscribe to my newsletter, and as soon as I have prepared this community, you will be part of it as well. So I will put a link in the video description where you can subscribe to my newsletter and you can be part of the journey and we can do something together. So if you are down with this, just subscribe to my newsletter. Thanks so much. Greetings from the east of Africa. I'm out of here. Blessings.